Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve another important LeetCode question, that is minimum operations to reduce x to 0. Okay. So here you are given an integer array nums and an integer x. In one operation you can either remove the leftmost or rightmost element from the array nums and subtract its value from x. Note that this modifies the array for future operations. Okay. Return the minimum number of operations to reduce x to exactly 0 if it's possible. Otherwise return -1. For example, we can see here we are having 1, 1, 4, 2, 3 and we are given x equals to 5. So we have to take some elements from right and some elements from left such that their sum becomes 5. Okay, so here we can clearly see that we can have 3 here, 3 from here, and we can have 1 from here, 1 from here, but its length become 3. Okay, and we are to minimize the number of operations to reduce the x. Okay, so we can take 3 from here and 2 from here. Okay, both from the left. Similarly here we can check here that none of our entries, none of our values in this array nums is less than equals to nums, is less than equals to x. Okay, so it's all values are greater than our x, so it becomes impossible for us to make the sum is equals to 4. Okay, and here we are having 3, 2, 20, 1, 1, 3 and x is equals to 10. Okay, so what is the optimal thing we can do? I think we can take 3 from here, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yes, and this becomes our 5 numbers or 5 operations. Let me quickly take you to the code part and it will become more clear to you. Okay, so this is my C++ implementation of my approach. Okay, I have taken long total equals to 0. I have taken long because the total can exceed can overflow the size of int. Okay, for example, and then we are iterating through our nums array, and then we are summing each value in our total. Okay, now if my total is less than x, then I will return -1. As the sum of every value doesn't goes equals to x or greater than x, it means that it is impossible to make the sum x. Okay, as every value is greater than x. Okay, so here I have having if total is equals to x, it means that if my total is equals to x, if my total is equals to the required number I want, then I will return the nums.size. Okay, I think it's clear to you. And then I am having int n equals to nums.size. This is just for the simplicity. Okay, you can use nums.size in place of n. Okay, now I have make a vector of pref and the size given is n+1. Now what is this? This is my prefix vector, prefix sum vector. Here I will store the sum of every prefix. Okay, so I have initially defined pref 0 as 0. Now I will iterate through my array, or iterate through my vector nums. Then what my pref I+1 will be? My pref I+1 will be the prefix sum till the previous index, that is pref I plus nums I. Okay, and you will have now we have the prefix sum. Now I have taken int answer is equals to 1 a9. You can take int max also, both are the same. Now I have taken long other is, what is the other? Other is going to be the sum we are having from the right. Okay, now we are iterating through the array from backwards, and we note that we are starting from I is equals to n. So why I is equals to n? It may happen that we don't need any element from the right, we need element from the left only. So if I is not equals to n, we will but we are having I is equals to n, so we will come here and long left equals to x minus other. It means x only. Okay, now int y is equals to lower bound pref dot begin pref dot end left. Now I will search for the left by using lower bound. So what our lower bound gives us? Lower bound will give us the index or iterator of the element which have the value just equals to x or just greater than x. Okay, and thus I have converted into the integer by by subtracting ref dot begin. Okay, now if y is less than nums dot size, it may happen that the left for which we are looking doesn't reside or doesn't reside in this nums. In that case, our y will become nums dot size. Our y will comes out of this nums vector, and it may also happen that for example we require left is equals to 4, and we are and our y just points to 6 because our 4 is not present. So we will check if my pref y is equals to left. And this is also important, y is less than I, because it may happen that my the prefix I am calculating, okay, which the prefix I am calculating, which is stored in y, the index up to which is stored in y, and the sum from the right that I am calculating, they overshoot each other. So this y should be less than I, and then my answer will become the minimum of answer, and y plus n minus I. What is this y? This y is the sum from the left, and what is this n? This y are this y is the index up to which we require the value from left, and this n minus I are the numbers we require from the right. So after processing all this, if my answer is still 1e9, that is 10 raised to power 9, it means the answer doesn't exist, and thus we will return -1, else we will return our answer. Hope I think it is clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can mention down in the comments. Okay, thank you.